Today on the Auburn Torch, it's a special Sunday Torch Talk. We're going to take a look at the lineups for tonight's Sunday night showdown for Auburn Gymnastics at Arkansas SEC opener. Let's take a look at potential lineups. Bear with me. And this is also impromptu because I wasn't planning on doing one of these today, but we got lineups. Or potential lineups. We have top eights. We have the warm-up lineup. If you're new to gymnastics, 6 start on every event. 5 scores count. You get to drop 1, right? But what Auburn likes to do is announce, not a starting lineup, but the top 8 who warm up. They'll go to the meet. They'll warm up every event, pre-meet, and then they, if you ever go to a gymnastics meet, they warm up, they go back into the locker room, they come back out, and then that's when Auburn head coach Jeff Grable will finalize his starting lineups. Big road meet. This is the first road meet of the season, and it's an SEC one, so a couple different kind of pressure points for Auburn tonight. It's at 5 o'clock. It's on SEC Network. I got a direct link to it. You should have gotten it in the email with this. If you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, just go to auburntorch.com. On the road, first thing to look out for. So we'll just go to the basics. First thing to look out for is on the road, Auburn will do bars first, and then vault, and then floor, and then beam. Right, that's the visitors' rotation. A lot of interesting stuff in this lineup. First of all, the biggest one, Kiko Jong, potentially making her 2026 return, potentially, because she's in top 8s, and so she'll warm up, and depending on how she does, if she does better than 2 of the other girls warming up, Kiko's you guys know me, I'll beat the Kiko Jong drum. I think she's fantastic and maybe one of the most underrated gymnasts in the country. But there's a whole lot of other, not to single anyone out because there's a lot of other talent on this team. One of them is Marissa Neal, who is back in warming up all around for the first time this year. This is the first time she's in all around. So let's just go event by event because I guess we'll start on bars. I was going to start on vault out of a force of habit, but sorry to drink some water. I was going to start on vault as a force of habit, but since Auburn's starting on bars, let's go to bars. Charlotte Booth is here. Caitlin Jong is here. Kiko is the only difference here. I forgot to do this last week. For audio listeners, the bars top 8 is Bryn Bartman, Charlotte Booth, Emma Grace Boyd, Olivia Greaves, Julianne Huff, Alex Irvine, Caitlin Jong, Marissa Neal. These are in alphabetical order, so no particular order. As far as where people stand. The only difference to the top 8 from last week to this week is Jong is in. And I'm trying to see. And Sophia Bell is out. So Bell's out of bars. We will see her on other events here as we go down the line. Very interested to see how bars travels. Bars didn't have its best rotation last time at home. It's kind of interesting. Jeff was saying, as he attributed, he's like, well, we practice bars and beam really well, so not pushing the panic button on those. And he was also kind of saying, if first meet jitters was going to get you, it would obviously get you on beam, right? That's the one, right? But also on bars, because those are kind of the technique, the technical events. And vault and floor, he said, are just the go events. You just run and go full speed. There's not, with bars and beam being kind of the precision events, he thought first meet jitters could have affected them. But hey, you got first meet jitters today in a different way because it's first road meet. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how they do. Obviously, Kiko's a big story. One of the bigger, for me watching this, but one of the bigger stories of the night. And then, but also Charlotte, man. Let's see what Charlotte can do in start two if she does get to. I mean, this looks like a really good bars lineup if everything can come to place for Auburn this season. Let's move to vault. For listeners, you're looking at Sophia Bell, Olivia Greaves, Julianne Huff, Mia Leverton, the freshman, Marissa Neal, Bryn Torrey, another freshman, spoiler alert, Jersey Woolsey, and Paige Zancan. Here you go. Bryn Torrey is another one of the big stories today. Bryn Torrey warming up for the first time. She was in street clothes for all of the first meet on every event. She didn't warm up, but she could be making her debut. This is a freshman making her debut. She's a high-level, accomplished at level 10 gymnast. We took a look at her and the rest of the freshman class at auburntorch.com. Check that one out to learn more about Bryn and the rest of the freshmen, including Mia Leverton, who made her debut. She was a late addition for Auburn and made her debut last week and did well. So you could have two freshmen starting in your vault lineup, doing 2/3 of your vaulting. 33% of your vaulting could be true freshmen in their second meet. We will see. Sophia Bell, obviously, got to expect she'll be in the lineup with her double full. Paige Zancan obviously shut the door last week with her front pike getting a 9.975, as close to a 10 as you can get without getting a 10. And Sophia Bell really set her up. We talked about that in a recent episode. So go back if you kind of want to hear a little bit about the game and how team gymnastics works. Take a look at that one because Paige Zancan had the huge score, and you give the assist to Sophia Bell, right? Okay, so next they'll go to floor. Usually, at home that's the last event, and here on the road it'll be second to last. The home team will be doing floor. By the way, it's at Arkansas. It's in their big arena, Bud Walton Arena. They have their other arena. I don't know what it's called, and then they have Bud Walton's the big one, right? And I'm pretty sure it was Auburn gymnastics in the SUNY days that brought Arkansas gymnastics to Bud Walton for the first time, and it's in the big arena again. So they're selling tickets and going to the big arena. So it'll be probably one of the larger. Neville Arena's wisely built, compact, and a lot of these other venues are like that. I wonder what's the biggest arena, like as far as like when you go to the Final Four in basketball, sightlines are a big deal, and like a spacious arena and what you're seeing. I wonder if Barnhill's one of the bigger arenas they compete in all season, because even at the national championship, Dickies Arena is a perfect arena for gymnastics, but it's not one of those gaping, spacious, huge arenas. Here on floor, the warm-up lineup is Olivia Ahern, Bryn Bartman, Sophia Bell, Olivia Greaves, Julianne Huff, Alex Irvine, Marissa Neal, Emma Weary. Hey man, listen, floor, I'd like to see floor, see how it bounces back. I'll be watching for that. But floor is usually one of the more consistent events and that's usually the event that can travel. You can usually find your energy on the road and pick up your score, kind of pick up the score you're looking for, on floor. So yeah, I just want to see more of the same from Auburn on floor. Although they didn't, I just want to see more of the same, and we'll see how it travels. And no huge lineup surprises here. In fact, it may be it's slightly different than last week. Oh, because it's Marissa Neal. Sorry, I already kind of touched on it. But yeah, Marissa Neal is on floor. She was not in the floor lineup. She was on all three other events last week. And so this week with floor, she can, if she adds floor, she can be in the all around. And we'll see. They could have as many as 3. They have 3 people warming up all around. They could have as many as 3 in the all around, even without Kiko up to full speed. Okay. Anyway, gone long enough. Closing on beam. Your lineup, warm up lineup is Olivia Ahern, Charlotte Booth, Olivia Greaves, Hannah Hagel, Julianne Huff, Alex Irvine, Marissa Neal, Emma Weary. I don't think Charlotte got the start last week on beam, so we'll see if she can get the start. I might be wrong about that. I haven't looked again this morning. This lineup is exactly the same as last week. So, exactly the same. So, this group can just try to, kind of try to just kind of redeem itself from last week, which was not a terrible score, but a low one. Emma Weary is the transfer from West Virginia. She came off last week. She's going to want to stay on. But other than that, it's just a matter of everyone cutting out trying to cut out a 10th or a half 10th from and just seeing what you can do to push that score up into kind of the 49-4, 49-5-ish kind of range. I'm thinking about doing something on the site that kind of just explains where, maybe like a heat map of where a good score is for people who are really new to gymnastics. Really, I'll just say a 9.875 and up is good. Like, those are serious hits. And then, if you're hitting a 49.5, and you might say, 49.1 is close to that, but not really. There's a lot of tenths and half tenths being deducted. So it's kind of a wide range within those little decimals. 49.5 is like you're going to the Elite 8 kind of territory. So there's your top 8. Bit of a ramble this morning, but I just wanted to go over it. The big ones, again, the big stories: Kiko Jong, possibly. Bryn Torrey, possibly. Marissa Neal in the all-around, possibly. And I've got 3 burning questions. This is what we did last week. Just 3 more questions in addition to what I have asked. One of them, does Emma Weary bounce back? I mean, you'd love to see, if you're Auburn, you'd love to see a veteran kind of take hold and take grasp of her place on the team, and that would be on beam. And if she can get into the floor lineup, does Emma Weary bounce back? How does vault travel? I'm really curious about, that's question 2. How does vault travel? Because it seems like that's one where the road can kind of get to you, and they had such a good rotation last week. And I don't even know if, you might be satisfied if they come up a little bit short of that score, but that score was so good. But passing the baton, taking, a lot of them were taking controlled steps, and then it set up the big ending, which was Bell and Zancan, who both just nailed it. Lot more. I think anybody would tell you, any gymnast would tell you, it's harder to do on the road and then your home arena. So I wonder how it travels. And vault's such a lightning event. It's over before you know it. You can't get up there and shake your jitters and establish yourself, or become comfortable on the road like a basketball game where you're feeling each other out for the first few minutes. You can't do that. You just run, sprint, boom, that's it. It's over. So, and then the last question, we'll get out of here, is who all-arounds? And you could have as many as 3, which is kind of crazy. You could have half your counting scores, half of your everything could come from 3 people, because it could be Julianne Huff, Olivia Greaves, and Marissa Neal. I'm not sure if all of them will all around, but we will see. Maybe they do. That's all I've got. Just wanted to go over lineups and give you a few little things to watch for tonight. We'll be watching it. We'll be live tweeting it. So join us. It'll be a good time. And until then, we will be back with Torch Talk tomorrow, actual scheduled day on Monday. Until then, take care.